Hi, I'm John Levin, founder and first baseman of ForBassPlayersOnly.com. I've taken the frustration out of learning bass so you can build confidence, have fun, and just enjoy making music. You want to learn bass. You're practicing, you're giving it your all, and you're making progress. Great job! So now what? As you continue to improve as a bass player, what are you going to do with all this newfound ability? I have some thoughts, and you're going to want to hear them. Don't go anywhere. As we all know, the world is not what it used to be. Getting together with your friends to play music isn't as easy as it used to be. Maybe it wasn't that easy for you in the first place, but now it's even more difficult as we try to figure out just exactly where things are going. I want to talk to you about playing music with other people. The pandemic changed the way we do that. Before the pandemic, the technology was pretty much already here, but suddenly we were forced to make better use of it if we wanted to interact with other people, doing things like making music. I gotta tell you, the technology just blows me away with all the things we can do. Do you ever get frustrated and yell at your phone, or at the stupid navigation, or if your Zoom call has a spotty connection? I don't know. All in all, it's pretty darn amazing to me still. Back to the bass. What prompted you to want to learn bass? I'm guessing you've always wanted to play bass, and now you've reached a certain point in your life and you're ready to do it. You probably grew up listening to what's now referred to as classic rock, and you want to play that music you still love so much. The Beatles, the Stones, the Who, Vanilla Fudge. Maybe you're a big fan of the soul music from the 60s and 70s. Aretha Franklin, Al Green, Otis Redding, James Brown. I sure am. Maybe you love the blues. Whatever it is, once you learn some of your favorite bass grooves, are you happy just sitting in a room by yourself and playing along with records? Or with a metronome or a drum track? Some people are. I like to do that. Or do you just love interacting with other players? I love that too. Nowadays we can do all that online. We can play at the same time, or we can lay down our parts separately and put them together later. And now, if we're careful and responsible, we can get together with our friends in person and jam away. Let's talk about you learning to play the music you love. For me, as someone who's helped over 125,000 people become better bass players, I'm always looking for new things to pass along, new insights about learning bass. The most obvious place for me to look is in the exclusive one-on-one bass player interviews published on ForBassPlayersOnly.com, now numbering well over 800. Well, one interview I want to talk to you about is the one with bass legend, music legend, Tony Levin. Tony's played on so many iconic recordings for Paul Simon, Peter Gabriel, King Crimson, and so many more. By the way, you can download a free PDF with Tony's advice for learning bass by clicking the link under this video. The PDF is called 12 Surefire Tips to Make You a Better Bass Player, and it's got some amazing action items you can put to use right away with your bass playing, from Tony and 11 other great bass players we interviewed on the site. When it comes to Tony, some people might be surprised to know that being a session player wasn't his original goal when he set out to be a musician. Tony always loved the idea of being in a band and performing. In my latest interview with Tony, he said, "It's important to really value the chances you have to play with other players. You can practice all you want, but playing with other players ups your game and you learn things. And if they're good players, if they're better players than you, it can be a little scary or intimidating, but it's really good for you in more important ways." Boy, does that resonate with me. I took piano lessons as a kid and I played guitar for a long time, but I didn't start playing electric bass till I was 15 because there were already enough guitar players and nobody else wanted to play bass. A familiar story to a lot of people, I know. And I didn't start playing the upright bass till I was 19. So the people I played with had been playing a lot longer than I had, and they were a lot better than I was. Of course, you know what happens when everyone you're playing with is better than you. You get better, fast. It may not be a lot of fun for them, but I learned a lot in a hurry. There's so much joy and fulfillment in learning to play music, especially the bass. And the whole experience can be enhanced so much when you're interacting with other people, making music together. And if you're happy doing it all by yourself in a room, that's fine too. Either way, there's just something about learning and getting good at something. It satisfies that thing inside of us, and I encourage you to do it. Tony says, never forget the enjoyment of music and how lucky one is to be spending time playing music. There are some obstacles, and that drives plenty of people away from being musicians, but there's always the other side. To a lot of us, the music makes it worth it. You need to download this PDF right now. Remember, Tony is just one of 12 people spotlighted in my free PDF, 12 surefire ways to make you a better bass player. I want you to download it now if you haven't already. It's totally free. And I'd also like you to leave a comment below this video and tell me your thoughts on the subject. And don't forget to subscribe to the For Bass Players Only YouTube channel. There's so much helpful stuff right here for anyone who likes bass and who likes learning bass. At ForBassPlayersOnly.com, I've taken the frustration out of learning bass so you can build confidence, have fun, and just enjoy making music. That's all for now. I'll see you next week. I'm John Levin. Let's play bass.